tailor-made responses to emergency calls could save more lives across Metro Atlanta. This is The Six. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Blair Miller. Right now, names are being voluntarily entered into a database in Dunwoody. The goal is to let law enforcement know who has special needs or a mental illness. Atlanta News First Yasmin Olsen is live tonight outside the Dunwoody Police Department.
Yasmina, this could help first responders avoid triggers that might make a situation worse during a crisis.
Sean, that's right. So, for example, if someone has trouble communicating or interacting, or even if things like lights or sirens are a trigger, the officer will know before he even responds.
You see up here, it's got name, address.
The Dunwoody Police Department is establishing something new, a way to help first responders handle calls that involve anyone with special needs. It's called Logans Law Database, where you can fill out this form for a loved one with that important information.
That form is sent to our dispatch center, and they will keep the database of all that information. And as we get calls to those houses in those locations, that information will be populated for us.
This database lets 911 dispatch alert officers or firefighters when there's someone with a special need or mental illness, someone who may have trouble communicating or interacting, or someone with PTSD, for example, who may be triggered. The goal is to prepare the officer ahead of responding to the scene.
For example, you can put stuff in the form that says they don't enjoy this, but they like this, or they're sensitive to light and sounds and stuff. And knowing that ahead of time is key so that you don't do anything that would unintentionally overstimulate somebody and potentially cause an issue.
For Sergeant Michael Cheek, this is personal.
I have a son with special needs, and as a parent of a child with special needs, that is something that I think is absolutely necessary.
Cheek says he can see both sides of the benefits from a database like this and encourages families to register, something he would certainly do as well.
As a parent of a child with special needs, I'll say that it's a comforting thing to know that there's that information given ahead of time. But for me as an officer, looking at it from there, that gives me a better chance for a more successful outcome, that I can actually know how to go interact with this individual.
And you can fill out that form on the city's website. That's where you can put any information about a physical disability or a mental illness. And all of that information will be stored in that database. Live in Dunwoody, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.